Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Triple N Media. I am Dr. Nik Nikam, and this is Trump's action on January 21, 2025, Tuesday, the second day after his inauguration as the 47th President of the United States. So we're going to give you a very quick overview and summary of what Trump accomplished on Tuesday, January 21, 2025. So you don't have to spend a lot of time listening to a lot of talking heads about what Trump said and how they interpret that for the next 2 hours. So let's start off with the overview of what Trump's accomplishments were. He worked on a number of executive orders and actions which he had started on the inauguration day. And the major focus on January 21st was on immigration, which we're going to expand on that, AI investment, which is very exciting new news, and of course, federal workforce, expecting people to show up for work 5 days a week at their desk starting today. That is Wednesday. And of course, DEI is history and many more things. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's begin with the feature presentation. Number one, immigration is the main focus of Trump's agenda for Tuesday, January 21st. He declared a national emergency at the southern border. Detentions in sensitive locations like schools and churches. Expanded enforcement of priorities and detention capacities. 24 cities and states have been filing lawsuits against the birthright citizenship, which has become a major topic of contention from a constitutional point of view and also from a legal perspective. In fact, the ACLU has filed a lawsuit against Trump's executive order as to the constitutionality of the birthright citizenship. According to the 14th Amendment, anybody born on the American soil has the right to have American citizenship, but whether that applies to illegal immigrants is a question that will probably be eventually resolved in the Supreme Court. The biggest announcement is, of course, the expansion of the AI infrastructure, which is now called the Stargate, which was a joint venture initiated by OpenAI, Oracle, and SoftBank. SoftBank president, as you know, this is a Japanese multinational conglomerate, pledged more than $100 billion investment when the Japanese CEO of SoftBank was in Mar-a-Lago with Trump. So you can expect much more participation of the Japanese SoftBank in American multiple projects throughout the Trump administration. Along with OpenAI, Oracle, Microsoft, Google, and Amazon are all working on developing a robust AI infrastructure for the next 100 years to tap into the potentials of the AI in every aspect of life. I'm a doctor and I have already seen application of AI in numerous areas in the medical field. Not only in diagnosing diseases, in recommending treatments, but also in terms of creating medical literature. Talking about medical literature, I made a book using AI assistance in 4 weeks, 400 pages, full color book. You can check that on Amazon.com. It's a cardiology tech reference book. Anyway, federal workforce changes. The DEI has been scratched. Trump has said that by the end of Wednesday work day, all DEI offices need to be shut down, period. Eliminate all federal hirings based upon DEI. And of course, we already mentioned about Trump expecting every federal employee to show up at their desk 5 days a week, instead of sitting in their home offices or beach offices or vacation offices, whatever they were accustomed to before. Now things or a new sheriff is in town, and now the rules have changed. Okay, let's move on. There are a number of pardons and releases, and of course, on January 21st, on the inauguration day, he pardoned more than 1,500 January 6 Capitol riot convicts. Some of them have already been released, and Trump has also pardoned many high-profile people who had been targeted by the previous administration. And this has been a great struggle for the Republican senators and House members to balance the justification versus Trump's executive orders. So these are some of the important things that are happening. And of course, Trump has signed more than 200 executive orders. Not all of them are able to stand the constitutionality of the executive order or be able to withstand legal challenges in various levels of courts, going all the way to the Supreme Court in some cases, like the citizens' birthrightship. Anyway, so I think this is just the beginning of a new era for Trump 2.0, and he has started on a very, very aggressive and ambitious path of controlling the border, building the wall, and making sure that all these illegal gang members are deported from the United States within a short period. Talking about tariffs. Trump's one of the major election points was tariffs, because every other country outside of the United States who does business with the United States has taken advantage of the United States status. Every country charges tariffs where the American companies have not been able to sell their products because of these excessive charges. Now Trump is taking action to sort of neutralize that and force other countries to buy American products, buy American cars, and force American companies to manufacture things in the United States by giving tax breaks so that we can improve the work economy in the United States, keep the money here, and also charge tariffs for these countries which are trying to rip off the United States. Trump mentioned about 10% tariffs on Chinese imports starting as early as February 1, 2025, and it may go up to 25% depending upon China's response to curbing the fentanyl export into the United States. Mexico and Canada are threatened with 25% tariffs beginning on February 1st, and these things will definitely help to improve the border situation and also cut down the immigration and bring these countries to bear some responsibility when it comes to international trades. It just can't be one way anymore, because we have a new sheriff in town, and that is Donald Trump Jr., 47th President of the United States. The European Union is already getting geared up to the possibilities of varying degrees of tariffs. It should come as no surprise, because all these countries have been charging tariffs for American products, making it difficult for American companies to sell products in their countries, and it is just very, very reasonable to do this. Of course, all the political pundits or the economic forecasters feel that these tariffs are a tax on American citizens. Eventually, it will be borne by the American citizens, not the American businesses. Any cost increase in the businesses will be passed on to finally the consumers. And so there is a two different line of thinking when it comes to tariffs. During the first Trump administration, the tariffs made a very modest benefit as far as individuals are concerned. Of course, it raised their base money savings by $5,000, but the companies actually made more money by getting tax breaks. In conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, Trump has really hit the road hard, starting with day one, implementing his campaign promises and taking a very aggressive step against border security, against implementation of tariffs, against DEI, and establishing only two genders, male and a female gender, and all these things reversing almost close to 100 of Biden's executive orders. So this is what Trump has done on January 21, 2025. Stay tuned. Each day we will bring you the highlights of what Trump has been able to accomplish, along with the challenges and the obstacles that he will be facing for any kind of action he takes. I am Nik Nikam, and you've been watching Triple N Media, and we will see you in the next presentation. Thank you so much.